These shows are fantastic because you really get to see so many people playing the game and you get that first-hand look of their reaction. Sometimes you can go a couple weeks in the office and you lose sight of that.
Yeah, so with this being our essentially last show before we have to ship the thing, it's great because I'll be able to take all of the feedback I've gotten from watching people play and kind of collect it in one big bundle and say, okay, what are the very last things that we need to do before this game has to ship? Things that have to be fixed before we get done.
This is going to let you build your next base component.
There's, from what I have heard, there's research that suggests that your brain chemically changes if you quit like a stable job to do something that's terrifying. And I definitely feel like I've experienced that. You develop like a new kind of like stress tolerance, like having to finish something that is entirely on you and on your team is like, it's similar at a bigger studio, but it's not quite the same emotional experience. It's like just much more intense, much more pronounced.
The best experiences that I get out of these shows are when kids come and play the game. This is a game that I want my son to be able to play. He's 3.5 now, but once the game is out 1.0, he'll be a little older, and I want to be able to play it with him. And so I love to see when moms and dads come and they have their kids and they're playing the game and they kind of have to be pulled away from the screen because they're getting sucked into it too much. This is also the first time we've ever shown multiplayer in the build, and so to get that scene of two people playing and just the zany things that happen that we never think about, it's a little preview of what we're going to see online, and that's exciting.
There was 2 younger than 8-year-olds that came by and played, one young boy and one young girl. And watching them play the game for the first time is like excellent because they look at they're noticing everything in the game in a way that adults even don't. Because everything that's there is meant to be like interesting and like catch your attention, and they're always just like exploring and poking and testing the limits of the game because they don't have expectations that are like kind of built in from people who have played other games especially.
This team, every single developer is coming out of AAA, and so you get a lot of curious looks from old colleagues coming by, and they're all kind of like, hey, so how's this going for you? Like they kind of want to know what that life is like.
It's fundamentally different though, like what we're doing compared to what we used to be doing, and that was like a big transition for each of us. Is like working on a project where the stakes feel much more emotionally high than they are at a bigger project. But like when everyone has creative investment in the whole thing, definitely tensions can run a lot higher. But that process is what makes indie games interesting. So there's that huge screen there that our game is just playing on now, and so like 2 weeks ago, I would have been terrified to know that it's going to be up on this massive screen and everybody watching because it's all this stuff that's broken. But then to like see that, like from what I hear, the reactions actually on the Twitch stream were excellent. So people are having all these discussions that you kind of hear around our own water cooler. They're just having them on the Twitch stream and like hashing out like, what is this game? Where does it fit into my expectations of the genre? And apparently most of the reactions were really positive. They're reacting to like the art style in particular, and also just like the uniqueness of some of the interactions and the things you can do and build in the game. Yeah.
For me personally, it's to be personally invested in something that has a lasting, that can have a kind of a lasting culture. Starting this company and hopefully growing the company, and I would like this to survive and be a thing. I would like this to be the last job I ever have. That's what I'm going for.